Hey there, it's Ivan Tapia over here, and welcome to a podcast, our second podcast in English. It's a special edition today. We got an amazing episode for all of you guys. Whoever knows me, you normally focus on personal development, leadership, finances. But today, we want to talk about an amazing project that is about to launch in the next couple of months. And we're very excited about this project. I want to introduce you actually to the gentlemen who are basically the creators, the visionaries of this amazing project. And started actually speaking to one of them, which you're going to actually be able to meet Erick, our partner, Randy De Leon. And when I started speaking actually back in the day with Erick about this, he's one of our gentlemen that I actually interviewed in our Spanish podcast, how he took, I think it was $20, right, to over, I think it was like 16 grand.
Yeah, $16.
16 grand, right? And he basically has educated himself in all the NFT market and all the NFT marketplaces. He has focused a lot in Cardano. In reality, he has done this also in Ethereum. He also explained to me how he also has invested there with a couple of friends. But when he saw the vision in Cardano about where is this cryptocurrency, this project going, he definitely jumped in. And then when he started talking to Randy, and I'll introduce you to Randy a little bit. Randy is his alias is actually REBORNZ, right? And he's one of amazing. For me and for Erick, he's the best street artist that we know in the whole Los Angeles area. That's why I'm bringing my Lakers shirt today.
There you go.
Black Mamba, right? We're very excited to introduce you to both of them here, to all of you guys in the English market. And so, Randy, why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how did those Pets R Us came into your idea, into your mind?
Well, thank you again first for giving me the opportunity to be here. Definitely, I go by REBORNZ, which is my street name, my artist name. I've been doing graffiti since I was 13 years old, from 12 to 13. Just being out there in the street doing what I love doing. Before NFT, before the internet, before everything, the streets was the canvas. My backyard was LA, and basically just trying to get recognized as an artist, not just by vandalism, because a lot of people take graffiti like vandalism, like if it's just tagging. But no, there's more than tagging, because there's steps and levels into the graffiti world that you do first you tag, then you bomb, you piece, and then you do murals. So that's the good thing about graffiti. You take levels, which people don't understand that, because it's an underground world where why do you do graffiti? Everybody asks that question. Why you tag your name 100 times? Basically is recognition, respect, among the community of graffiti. All the graffiti writers know each other. LA, everybody knows everybody, and if you don't know everybody, basically you heard about that person, or you heard about that name. Now NFT projects is the same way. Basically, you hide your face, people don't know who you are. You're buying NFTs and then you're trading them, or getting recognized out there, especially if you're doing a project. Same way graffiti. I just wanted to do that as a living. Never thought in a million years it was going to be NFT, to be honest with you. I always wanted to be a fine artist, even before I knew graffiti. So I fall in love with art first, then before graffiti.
When did you fall in love with art first? How old are you?
When I was in 5th grade, basically. So my fourth grade teacher that saw the talent in me. It's amazing, because she literally went out of her time to go and buy books, color pencils, markers. She bought a bunch of stuff for me. And then I remember she telling me, hey, Randy, I need to speak with your dad. And I was like, oh, did I do something wrong? Yeah. They're going to whip my butt tonight. So I tell my dad, hey, Dad, my teacher wants to talk to you. And the first thing he said was like, well, what did you do wrong? I'm like, oh, I don't know, And then she sat down. And the amazing part was that she just told my dad, hey, I think your son comes with a talent and that talent could make a lot of money for him, and that could be a great career for him. So here's these supplies for him, support him, give him that help. And that was the first time ever I heard somebody say I was good in art.
Okay.
Wow. You were 13 years old? Yeah?
No, I was 7 years old, like around there. So from that time, I love art, because I used to have an older cousin that he did graffiti in the 80s in New York City, because we were living in New York at that time.
Since when graffiti has been a thing?
Well, it's always come through without me even knowing that graffiti was, graffiti's been around since the 70s, but 80s was like the most, the booming of graffiti, especially on the trains in New York. And, there's a lot of history. So, it all starts with New York, and then it comes to LA, and then it grows worldwide. But I remember my cousin doing, he'll take me tagging. I didn't know what it was at that time.
What is tagging?
Tagging is basically just writing.
Is it?
Just writing. Let's say you're writing your name.
Oh, I thought isn't it like when you're spraying a can?
Yeah, tagging could be with a marker. Could be with a spray can. Can be with...
So writing your name is tagging?
Yeah, just writing your name. Like,
I mean, right now in the social media world, tags, you tag somebody, right? So this is not tagging somebody. You actually write your name.
Yes, so you write your name. So basically, you could, like catching a tag would be something like that.
You can show that camera.
Like where it says DOC, which is my crew, the crew that I'm in. So that's kind of like tagging. Bombing is basically the RE. So that's like a quick throw up. Yeah, like a quick throw up. That would be a re,
So which one's tagging again?
Tagging would be something like that.
Like writing your name. But the other one is what? Bombing?
Is bombing. Like this we'll call it like a throw up. It's called throw up in the street.
What does that mean though?
It's like a quick one, quickie. Yeah. Like you're doing it in seconds.
A throw up.
A quick throw up. It's not clean, you know what I mean? It's just a quick little, like, you're not filling it in well. You're just, just a little quick one.
Yeah, got it.
You know what I mean? So that's like half-assed kind of.
As a graffiti lingo, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I'm trying to understand
so if you see this right here, it's not well colored in. You see that? So that means that it's kind of like a throw up. It's just a really quick one. And then obviously I'm doing a for REBORNZ, so it's really quick, RE. And then the one is obviously because it's me, one.
So when there's two people, you put two?
Not really. Not really. But you know what I mean? It's a thing that graffiti does, be honest with you. You're the one.
Okay.
Like saying you're the one.
Got it. So you started at 7 years of age. You were very young, right? Mm-hmm. And how old are you right now?
I'm 40 years old.
You're 40 years old.
Yes.
And when did you actually say, maybe I can start making a profit out of it? Or you just started doing it because it was motivation or inspiration for yourself?
Well, graffiti for me is basically it's part of me. So it's always going to be part of me even when I'm 70 or 80 years old. I'm still going to do graffiti, no matter if I'm making profit out of it or not. But when I really said I'm going to do something with my life, was through graphic design, communication arts. That's the method that I went through when I got into college, and I decided to do something for my life, and not just doing graffiti as like saying just go out there and paint murals and stuff. I before I was even a graphic designer and everything, I would get paid here and there with just couple little murals here and there, but my normal jobs were just working at fast food restaurants, gardener, anything that I could do that to survive. But I never really did as a career as an artist. So
you haven't actually made this a career. It has been more a hobby, entertainment.
No, actually when I finished college and everything, I got more mature, and then from there I decided to do galleries. Then I started selling paintings, so I will sell painting canvases as an artist, and then I did that for a few years before I even started my own company, which was a print shop. But before that I did that, I was doing. So
you were living basically 100% off your canvas.
Yes. So I would do art shows month to month, back to back.
That's in Los Angeles area?
Yeah, I did in Los Angeles. I did in several little cities around California.
Is that the same print shop you got right now?
Yes. Right now it's Sticker LA. Yeah, Sticker LA.
And how much does those canvas go for? Like
at that time, I was selling them. The small canvases were like $500, and everything was through trash. So
okay. So what does that mean?
I would get trash objects. So I'll look for them in the trash, and I'll paint on them, and then I will sell them.
Okay.
So I was not spending just on canvases. I was literally grabbing trash. There's this one time I grabbed a tree trunk. Okay. So we were driving in LA, and then my brother was driving, and I looked at an alley, and there was a tree trunk on the floor. I go like, "Hey, stop!" And he was like, "What?" "I'm gonna take that tree trunk." And he's like, "Why are you taking the tree trunk?" "Don't worry about it. I'm gonna take it." So I cleaned it up, and then minutes after the art show opening, I painted that. I painted a face and everything, one of my characters similar to this, and then I put it in the gallery. Sold. The first one that sold.
Nice.
That's the first one you ever sold?
Yeah. No, that was the first one that sold that night.
Okay, got it.
You know what I mean? And I sold it for $500. It was a small little tree trunk.
That's amazing.
I didn't know you did that, right?
Yeah. And then I used to grab like pieces of wood, make shapes of them, cut them, and then I'll do like my birds, which are the yellow ones, and then I'll hang them in all the gallery with the hangers. You know those what are they called? The metal hangers or whatever that you can move. Yeah. Those will be the legs and everything, and they will be hanging like all over, and then all of those will sell all the time.
So you were getting art from trash, basically.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I did that.
So you made it go something from like $5 or zero, right? Because it's trash, to $500.
Yeah. And then
probably even more
because there was pieces that were selling for $2,000, $3,000. Yes,
that's amazing.
Yeah, so it all depended on the size of the art. Yeah, and then I even in one show I did actually a house. I built a house inside the gallery out of trash.
No way.
So I got somebody that did construction, and he just did the framing for me. And then I came in, and then I started just putting, pieces of woods that I found. And then I had other graffiti buddy of mine just come and tag all over the house. And then inside, you could literally walk inside the house, and then I had a bunch of art inside. So and then I threw trash all over just to show. My art shows were basically representing what the street was about. Basically, I wanted people to know that this is what LA is, the underground world that a lot of people don't see.
Got it.
I wanted the people in the higher society to see that, like doctors, lawyers, and go into my show and realize, hey, this is my world. This is what I live in. This is what I see in the streets as a graffiti artist.
So you make it like a story, basically.
Exactly, yes. So those shows basically were, they always had a theme. So, there was one where it said, life is wonderful, is better gift than receive. Those were the titles of my art shows. So they always had a purpose and a reason why. So that's why I did that for a long time.
How many art shows you did?
Good one. I probably did it for 3 years.
Okay.
Month to month.
To month. So basically around 30 shows, man.
Yeah.
Around them.
Yeah. So the last show I did, I had a full line people waiting for my show. It was getting out there. It was getting known.
What year is it?
I'm gonna say probably in 2000.
Oh. I didn't know this part of REBORNZ, by the way. This is new to me. I didn't know it was hot shit back in the time.
Yeah, it was 2000. I think it was probably 2007, 8,
wow, okay.
Something like that.
It was like a couple of years after we
and then from there, I kind of stopped doing all of that because, there was a lot of going on, a lot of drugs and stuff like that. I wanted to get out of that. So once I got out of that, then we decided to start the actual printing company, and then I just
stickersla.com.
Stickerla.com, and then that's something that I just kept on going until now. And then after that, but Erick just started hitting me up for the NFT project, man. And
When did that start? Last couple of months ago?
when was it?
I've been on his ass since like early November. Like,
Okay.
Randy, get back to me, bro. We gotta get this thing going.
We got this thing going on.
But it took a while to get him on board. But
Yeah, because it's tough for a lot of times. A lot of graffiti guys will not understand what NFT is. You know,
Did you understand 100% what the NFT is?
Now that I'm in it, yes, definitely. I've learned so much. I've learned the value of it, not just the value of you know, owning one or making money out of it, but mostly the community. You know, the community is really dope.
It starts with a money interest first.
Yeah, but then
for most people,
yeah.
and then you fall in love with the community. That's
and then this Twitter space thing it's so addicting.
It is so amazing, right?
Yeah,
Because you were doing traditional social media. You can think about it. There was no social media, but traditional marketing, 2007. You're saying,
yeah,
filling up lines and all of that. Now because of social media, you're gonna be people filling up lines.
Yeah.
In the metaverse world, maybe, you know.
Yeah. It's crazy because
the social media world now.
Yeah, because back then it was just a solo man action. So it was basically me doing my marketing myself, calling galleries, you know, getting the contract going. And don't get me wrong, a lot of times they did me wrong. So gallery owners that stole a lot of art from me and money. You know, one of the last projects, it was amazing because I literally sold more than half of my art. So I was like, great, I'm going to make good money right now. She stole everything, the owner of the gallery.
Oh, wow.
Everything. She even stole canvases that they were...
She literally like robbed you?
Robbed me, yeah.
Did you
sue
or something?
The problem was that with her, it was a trust thing, and I didn't do a contract
You
with
didn't do
her.
a contract?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And then the problem was that right away she put a restriction order against me, so I couldn't get close to the gallery.
I mean, that's also another benefit we can call it now with the NFTs, right? Because you draw it, right? Pets are us. That's a signature. Nobody can steal it.
By the way, you want to get her name out there so we can find her, track her down? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's okay. You know, I always say, you know what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
You know,
That's 100% true.
there's always God that
Love that
watch.
saying.
Time exposes you or promotes you.
Yeah,
That's the way it is.
Actually, what happened with her, and that sucks. A few months later, she had to close her gallery. She didn't make it no more. Like I say,
Because she wasn't the creator. She was the stealer.
Exactly. And then it's amazing how a lot of people do a lot of dirty things out there, you know, and they don't get exposed, and then eventually, you know, when they do, it's just because she did it to too many people, so her name was already out there.
Awesome. So right now that you already got us a little bit with the background and everything, you know, a lot of people that are listening to your story, they're going to be very interested of knowing a little bit more of how Pets R Us actually got created. Because like Erick was saying, a lot of people maybe are interested because, maybe money motivation. But when I see the art, there's going to be a lot of people like myself that are going to be very interested in owning this, not because of the money motivation, but actually the art itself. Maybe having this in a nice big wall, you know, in your room, you know, it's going to be, that's the new art. It's amazing what's going on. And I love what's being created. So I would love for you a little bit more about that. But before also we go into that, the community also, you were mentioning the community. Just being part of that street art community that is so powerful also. And then what I love, one of the things that I love when I was speaking to Erick about Pets R Us is about how one of parts of the roadmap is to give to animal rescue, you know, 5% to the animal rescue. That's amazing because, you know, we sometimes we focus and I'm part of a lot of charities to kids or to schools or to older people, elderly people, but maybe I haven't really done one for animal rescue, you know. So that for me, I was like, yeah, I want to do that because it's part of something that I would love to do. But now being part of this community, you're also helping animal rescue. So animal rescue, street arts, community, and what is also the value. Maybe people are looking into that also. So maybe you want to talk to us a little bit, I don't know if it's Erick or Randy, about, before we go actually into the actual art, which is, I would love for you to talk to us a little bit about the different characters and all of that. because it's amazing how everything is created. I want you to talk about that. But before you go into that, it's like how did it all start with Pets R Us? Like, what was the vision behind all of that?
So basically, what happened was that Eric came to me and he was like, "Hey, let's start a project," and and then what's it called? At that moment, I was creating like this character with the dogs and the head. I've been doing that for a while. But yes, and then it basically what happened was that I was doing that at the moment when he was like, "Hey, we should start something with that," and then it was kind of cool and amazing, and I was like, "Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it," because as an artist, I want to feel like I'm freely to create what I want to create. Every artist wants to do that, and so Eric came and he was like, "Hey, let's start something like that."
Yeah, but if I may, this started way before that. Randy and I used to work together at a car magazine company back in 2004.
Car magazine.
Yeah, like Auto Trader magazine.
That was actually our first job after college.
So this project,
you know each other from college.
We didn't go at the same time. I graduated first.
We went to the same college, but different times. He graduated like.
But
he
landed in the same job that I was in already. Yeah, so it was cool.
Pets R Us really started, a long time ago. When we met, we didn't know we were going to be working together again in this space.
Yeah.
But we met in 2004, and we connected there. We had a great time working together. And ever since I met him, I've been seeing him draw these funny, cool animal characters on his time or on his free time. And then I would see some of his sketches. He once gave me one of his sketches, and I still have it back in my home, in my garage.
Make that an NFT.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Randy original.
That's probably
whoever owns one of those sketches, because there's a lot of people out there, save them up.
That's probably gonna go to the moon. Yeah. But anyways, like we parted ways. Long story short, we parted ways like in 2005 after I got out of that job, and Randy did his own thing. I moved to San Diego after that, and we stayed connected via Facebook. So we stayed connected on Facebook, watching each other's updates. And 15 years go by, and then NFT world starts popping, and I got into Cardano deeply. Like I like to say, I'm balls deep in Cardano right now. I know. Anyway, and I love Cardano, the community, and
yeah, me too.
If you're gonna bleed Cardano. I know.
He's gonna tat it right here.
Yeah,
one day. I keep telling Randy, we need more Cardano logos on the NFTs, man. But yeah, long story short, November came around last year, 2021, and I reached out to Randy. Hey, Randy, do you know anything about NFTs? And if not, I would love to introduce you to the Cardano community and to start another project with me. I would love to be your business partner. And we talked about it a little bit. He agreed, and we both agreed to the terms. And yeah, we launched on January, and now we got Pets R Us, which is a graffiti style street art NFT project on Cardano.
I love the name Pets R Us. Everybody in the US is Toys R Us, right? So Pets R Us.
Yeah, definitely, because we were like, oh, Pets R Us.
Who came up with the name?
I did. I'm kind of, I like to consider myself the lead in the project because I want Randy to focus on the art. So I had the vision of Pets R Us because he draws animals, funny characters. And I thought, wow, why instead of just focusing on apes or focusing on cats and dogs, why don't we do a variety of animals?
And then the algorithms. Let's be honest. I love the NFT world, of course, but some people just draw a cat or whatever, and or it doesn't matter, a dog, right? And they just put the algorithms to make it, but it's not real. Real art out there really drawing it. So this is also very powerful. I love that part.
Yeah, it's not just one animal. So there's a lot of art that's being worked on by Randy. A lot of moving parts, and we're excited, to offer this to the community. I think this project is unique, and I really do believe that this will go very well for our investors and our community, and overall the Cardano ecosystem, because we plan on building more stuff in the metaverse, and we'll get down to that. But like, we're here for the long run, and we think our community is it's going to be big. It's growing right now, and there's more people coming in every minute, and we're just excited.
I just feel like I'm representing LA, and I got to represent it well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm the first graffiti LA writer doing doing NFTs, full in.
And actually, we're branding it as the Los Angeles Graffiti NFT Project.
So I feel like there's a big responsibility with that. Show out there other graffiti writers that are hearing this and hearing about how you could do it and make it. As long as you're making the art, you're having fun with it. Because that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun with it. It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of time, but it's an awesome project, and I'm excited to see, how the NFT world receives it, and how we're here for the long run, so.
So tell us a little bit about the story now. The characters and everything that you're doing, right?
Oh, the story, like the actual story of the characters?
Yes, because
I'll leave that to Erick.
Because that's amazing. I've seen the whole sketches. Maybe you can even show a little bit, how does it work? Because I love it.
The website is probably going to be ready by the time this video comes out, because we're like in the next couple days it'll be ready. So the story's going to be there. But I'll just talk about it a little bit. Basically, is this three main characters we have. The first one being Billy, the guy with the giraffe. I think he's there. Right. And anyways, so these three guys live in the same home along with other friends. So they're all like roommates. And sometime down the road, or like in the past, an alien arrives in their backyard, and then they make friends with the alien, and they get really good friends with the alien. And the alien all of a sudden, for some reason, you'll read in the story, he starts bringing these characters that Billy likes to draw on the wall, these characters to life. So these are animal characters that Billy draws on the wall, because he also does graffiti. So it's a little bit based on REBORNZ. And so these characters come to life, and somehow the experiment that the alien was doing goes horribly wrong, because his powers are so big, and so he's so powerful that he starts mutating the members of the home. So they start mutating animals on their head, and so literally pets are growing out of their head, and then it's just a wild bunch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. So and I like the idea how, I don't know if how was the thing about changing the animals or the characters from the top of the head and they move around. How many NFTs are we gonna have here in this project?
We're still
we're still debating either 5,555, 6,600, no 6,500, or 7,777. We haven't decided yet. We're still thinking about that.
Okay. And one of the things I want to point out, the canvas that Randy was talking about, they were $500 to $2,000. The price on this right now is amazing. I was hearing, what was the initial price? 55, you said?
The market is moving so fast, it changes, and it's just hard to put a price right now to it. But it's going to be somewhere between 55 and 65.
We can say that 55 to 65. Even you can say 70. To be honest, 70 Cardanos right now is like, I don't know. I don't know where it's going to be by then. But it's nothing compared to the $500 to $2,000 to have this amazing. Then you're gonna know 5% goes to charity, and they're gonna be part of the community, which is gonna eventually bring more props, because this is gonna be the first project basically for graffiti art, right? So it's gonna be amazing. I'm in love with the project. I'm already involved in the project. I'm promoting the project. I'm gonna buy a lot of NFTs, right? So of Pets R Us. So.
And if you allow me really quick, there is a project already on Cardano that's graffiti based.
Okay.
It's very dope. It's called Teddy Troops. It's a UK, I believe, graffiti artist from Europe. Amazing art. We own their NFTs as well. We respect them, and shout out to Teddy Troops.
Yeah.
But respect. Also, what I want to say also is that Cardano it's booming right now, just like REBORNZ's graffiti world was booming in the 80s and 90s. Cardano right now, it's in a position where it's exploding. It's exploding, and with a lot of investors coming in from Ethereum, from Solana, a lot of these people are moving into Cardano, including Snoop Dogg.
I was just gonna say Snoop Dogg.
And Champ Medici, who is his son, I just discovered because they were in the Twitter space.
Didn't Snoop Dogg just buy a bunch of land in Metaverse in the Cardano world?
Yeah, he has.
Was that in Pavia?
He's all over the place. No, he's not in Pavia yet. but he is in Clay Nation, which is
I saw Clay Nation.
yeah. Which shout out to the whole Claymates NFT project, because they have been just crushing it since they started their project back in September 2021. So these guys managed to get Snoop's attention earlier this year, and now
And for people who don't know, Snoop is a monster in the NFT world.
oh yeah, whoever, if you don't know Snoop Dogg, you're probably like,
I mean, I'm not saying only forget about the 90s or 2000s music. He's really, really killing in the NFT
oh yeah,
world.
he's huge in the NFT world, and now he's in Cardano, invested in Cardano. Not only him, his son also, and then we got also Manny Pacquiao, who just joined the Boss Planet Metaverse. So Boss Cat Rocket Club is another successful project in Cardano, and they are making big moves with a lot of like high level people like Manny Pacquiao. They also have signed up with Bobo, I forget his name, Cypress Hill team. They got 2 members of the Cypress Hill band invested, so they got big plans in there. So what I'm saying is, like, Cardano is exploding, and I not financial advice, but I do highly recommend you take a look and check it out.
Or definitely, I mean, what we're talking about here is not financial advice. Definitely, no income claims or nothing like that. You will invest under your own risk. We're just talking about experiences and what we believe is going to be amazing projects, right? So, awesome. So, anything else? We all know by when are we expecting, the launch date for this amazing project?
Before I say that, I'm so sad that REBORNZ didn't talk about his adventures growing up, tagging around town in LA, because I love those stories so much. And every time we're in Twitter space, I'm like, REBORNZ, you got to tell this story when you jumped the bridge and when you got chased by the cops and they.
You jumped the bridge and you were chased by the cops?
Yeah. I was thinner back then, obviously. I don't think I will be able to do it right now.
So, well, I'm not sure we have time right now, but...
let's do it.
All right. So there's this one time, there's several stories, man. Rest in peace, Ero, OTR. He's a buddy of mine that we were painting on the 110 freeway in downtown LA. Under a bridge. So we were painting on, let's say the freeway's coming this way and then there's going this way. We were painting on this side, and then a highway patrol passes by, and then I was still painting. My boy, he already had finished, and he was like, yo, the cops, and then I was like, I don't think he saw us, and let me finish. And I started finishing, right? And then once we were going up the stairs, and then he just puts the lights on. Freeze! And then we were like, yo, my boy just runs back down, but he falls, and then he starts rolling all the way down back to the freeway, and I'm like right behind him, and then I just see my boy just flying out, right? And then I'm like right behind him, and then just a car passes by really quick, and I just feel the car just like that close to me. And I was like, whoa, like it just felt like my life go by real quick. And then I just realized, and I looked back, and then the cop was like right about to grab. Yeah, the cop was right behind me, and he's about to grab me. And I'm like, yo, I'm not going to prison today. I start running, man. And then I see my boy hopping the wall, the section, the middle section. I was thinking that it was the other side of the freeway. I'm like, it's cool. Then I just saw him disappear. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm running back. And then I just got close, and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, hell no. It was like a bridge literally going down of the freeway. And then I just saw my boy just landing on his face.
Oh, my God.
On his stomach. And I'm like, oh, snaps. And I'm like somebody just told me, just hold your finger on the wall, and you're going to land cool. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to throw myself. I threw myself, and I just hold myself, and I landed with my 2 feet like that, literally.
Yeah.
Bam. And I'm like, whoom. And then I just hear the cop. He didn't throw himself. He was like, oh, 10-4 to the cop. And then you hear he's calling the chopper. And I'm like, whoop, I'm running. And then we were like trying to get in parking structure, and then the security's like, no, get out. They didn't let us go in. And then
your friend landed in his face, but he's still running?
Yeah, he was still running. Yeah, he was limping. He was like hurt, but he was still running. He was 16 at that time. Wow. And I was like 17, 18 years old or 19, around there. I don't quite remember. But then there was like the next section was they were like doing construction. So when they were doing construction, we threw ourselves. He threw himself. Then I threw myself on the bushes. When I threw myself on the bushes, there was like a stick, and it just hit me right here. Blah, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like laying down right there, like, and then I just got up and I started running, and then we hide under a trash bin. I remember, and then we were there, and then the chopper was just with the lights on, looking for us, and then we were like, yo, we were there chilling, and then we just hear the cop coming, like 10-4, however we're looking for it, and then they were inside looking for us on the parking structure where we were trying to get in, and he was searching for us, and then he got out. When he got out, we went back inside. We hopped inside the parking structure, and then us. Intelligent, right? Because we went up instead of trying to go down. We started going up, and then we see the security guys looking for us. Then we were in the second floor. We threw ourselves back again into the freeway. From the second floor, we threw ourselves back inside the freeway, and then
jumped off floor.
Yeah. So then we went and we hide, and then we left. I had parked the car like 2-3 blocks from there. And then my boy, we were hiding somewhere before, making sure that the cop was not looking for us to go into the car. My boy was all beat up. He was all hurt. Like, he was messed up. He takes off his shoes, literally pouring of blood. Because he had broken all his ankle. His nails were broken out. Everything. Damn. And it was crazy. That story was crazy because we escaped from that. There was another time where I was in Glendale Galleria. No, not Galleria. Sorry, that's the mall. But in Glendale area, we were up in the roof, and we were painting a rooftop. And then out of nowhere, it kind of started drizzling, and so it was raining a little bit. But when I was finishing and I go down, I was wearing some Chucks that night, so I was slippery. It was slippery, so I'm like falling literally, and I had nowhere to grab from the rooftop. So what I did is like, okay, I'm gonna fall. So what I did is I just grabbed my head and I threw myself. Boom, I let myself go from the rooftop. Yeah. It was like a 2-floor building. I threw myself and I hold myself so I won't hit my head right here, and I just went boom. And then I landed, and I had 2 spray cans in my back, in my back pocket. So when I landed on one of the spray cans on this side, and then it just popped. Bah! And then I guess the bottom of the spray can hit my bone, and it just hit it all the way inside that it hurt. So every time it was cold after that, it was like too much pain because of the spray can.
Does it still?
No, now no more. It's been so many years.
That one's new to me. I didn't hear that one before.
Yeah,
but he has so many stories.
That was that time I fall, and then my boy, he's like just laughing from the rooftop. Jesus. I'm like, come and help me,
So that's still this is now legal or not illegal?
No, this is illegal stuff.
So it's still illegal today.
Yeah. Until today, I mean, you're still doing.
You get permits though to draw murals.
If you do murals, it's more of it depends. If you want your mural to stay there, then you have to, basically you have to go through the city, get the permit for the city, have a certified paper so nobody can erase your mural. But, also you could do it, which a lot of guys do, is just basically go and ask the owner, hey, can I paint a mural on your wall? And if they say yes, then the cops can't do nothing, But, I mean, there's a lot of still illegal stuff going out, still a lot of young kids that, are still doing their thing. So that's why a lot of times these kids don't want to show their faces because they're still doing vandalism. Even older guys like myself, they're maybe still doing it, and that's why they don't want to show their faces. I'm okay with showing my face because I don't do it no more. Like I'm still in the scene. I'm still from my crew.
You go still in there. That's REBORNZ right there. You still go in there.
Yeah, a lot of people know me by my old name. Because I used to write something different, which is the old name it was the past. But now that I'm REBORNZ, is a completely different person. So, yeah. So the person in the past, it's crazy because you do a lot of crazy things. because graffiti is not just doing art or just doing the graffiti part. There's a lot of drugs involved. There's a lot of alcohol, cigarette, women, a lot of things that there's so much
I
stuff.
think like any industry, honestly.
There's a lot of
sports. There's a lot of drugs and money
Music.
and music and women and.
But see, the problem is
any
that
industry where you're
the problem with that is with there's money, but in the graffiti world, a lot of these guys are broke, and we were broke literally. So what we had to do, we had to go steal. We had to come up. We gotta, just.
So that was from 16 to like 25 or whatever when you started doing the other.
Yeah, I started doing it from 15, I think. From 15 to 21, I did all of that. I did with racking. Basically, you go to the stores, steal stuff, and resell them in the streets, or turn them back in and say, "Hey, I want credit or money back." So that's how we would buy our spray cans. You know what I mean? Or literally go and rack them. Just grab the spray cans and run, bounce. We're talking about the 90s. In the 90s, it was crazy because a lot of people would just. They're doing it now again. It's crazy because now everybody could see it on the internet, where you see the people just going in there, grabbing it and running out. Right? We've been, in the graffiti world, we've been doing that since the 90s, man. You know what I mean? So doing all of that stuff has been around for a very long time. Now that there's cameras, now that there's, you could record it real quick, people are tending to see it more. But, we're talking about when there was no internet and there's no, there was no social media to post your stuff, nobody knew about it, that. But there's so many crazy underground stories, even we did coming up on people. I don't like to say that because it's bad, and it's sad that I did stuff like that. But, we had screwdrivers, and we will sharpen them and have it pointy.
Yeah,
and then we'll just come up to people, "Yo, give me your stuff." In the night.
Yeah,
we used to do that just to get money for drugs, get money for alcohol, and get money for spray can. Literally, we will hang out in a spot. There would be 20 of us, 30 of us, all type of drugs, all type of stuff, things that youngsters will do, and they'll go, crazy, and then we will all be hyped up and let's go paint, let's go, without even thinking about it, and stuff like that,
A lot of life is behind you, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I don't do that stuff no more. No.
I think a project like this is also a good opportunity for youngsters to actually have an opportunity for them to express themselves without having to do.
Yeah,
all of
I
that.
want to be that one person that if you are doing bad but you love art and you're passionate about art, I feel like you have a great opportunity in the NFT to make something happen. I feel like if you get involved in this, you can, you could do better than just do what you're doing right now. You know what I mean? Just there could be a success story in their lives as well. I mean, I took the route a very long time ago, and I sometimes I could say I kind of regret it, but at the same time, it makes me feel like I passed through that life and I'm the person that I am now because of that life. I could say that, nobody can really come and tell me or fool me and say, "Hey, try this," or "Hey, do this, you're going to feel dope." No, man, I know that life. I don't want that life no more. I got a family, I got my wife, I got my daughter, I'm reaching the level that I want to reach, thanks to God and thanks to Erick that has given me the opportunity to express myself through my art with the NFT project. With Pets R Us, this is amazing. Yeah.
So maybe the website that people can follow is petsrus.com?
Yeah, petsrus.io.
.io.
Yeah, petsrus.io. Yeah, and check it out.
Social media.
We got social media, Twitter. We're mainly on Twitter. So Twitter is petsruscnft. So twitter.com/petsruscnft. Yeah. So you can check out like all the utility we got behind it. I know we've been talking for a while, so I don't know how long we got to.
I think we're ready to go because we still got this one in Spanish that we're about to do. So
we got a lot of cool utility behind it. Check it out, read it up, and you got any questions, reach out. I'm in Twitter.
So part of the utilities is the charity.
Yeah, utility. We got some stuff like 1 NFTs with special utility. REBORNZ will go and paint their wall.
There you go. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come along to film.
So REBORNZ will go and paint your wall right there.
Yeah,
Legally.
and in their city, so we would find a
without the screwdriver.
None of that stuff.
Yeah. So mainly, that's one of our utility aspects. The other ones would be, we're gonna be printing stickers for some of our holders, canvas.
The
prints,
canvas, nice.
and some other cool stuff. Yeah, you can check.
A big, nice canvas print out.
We got about 5 of those for lucky holders.
Lucky holders right there. All right, awesome. So you guys, this is our first podcast from Press R Us and amazing information. Make sure to go into the website, follow them on Twitter, and I'm gonna be ready for the mint date, and I'm gonna be ready to buy several NFTs for this amazing project. So make sure to follow them up, and we'll see you guys at the next podcast. Anything else you guys want to share?
Thanks a lot for the space. Appreciate you, and thanks a lot for giving us a stage.
Let's go. It's my pleasure. See you guys next time.